EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is taken in close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. The second play from scrimmage, this one nearly goes the distance, and now what a start. You're barely on the field, and you're already set up 1st and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, Allen. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Allen. Complete. Jefferson the target. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Allen again. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
A gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Open man right side is St. Brown. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 9. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 28. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling the drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Allen, and now a fumble. Falls out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Jackson, option right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Jackson from the shotgun. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Henry up the middle. And a nice job to break free with one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Finds Gibbs on a check down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Third down and 1. This time they stay on the ground. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout?
It's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Jackson now. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. A quick feet by Jackson. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Tyler Luke.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Allen now on the option right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Gibbs will try to pick it up. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 33-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
first down.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep him.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here's Allen. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, it's Allen. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on springs 3. Montgomery loses it. And some room to run now. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. On his loop for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
That's the score. Ravens 17. Lions nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense set to take over. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this.